that's right. Yes, it seems there is going to be a wedding. No, I don't know when and where, no. No, I have absolutely no idea what made them change their mind, but they have agreed to have a wedding. Yes, I'm very pleased, yes. I'll be sure and tell them. Bye. Fascinating. I haven't heard from that woman in 3 years. Suddenly she calls me and she wants to be invited to, guess what? The wedding.
Wait a second. I thought Luke and Laura wanted a private ceremony.
Yes, so did I, but it seems they have changed their minds.
Well, why didn't somebody tell me?
Because nobody knew, because they just found out last night. It's been like that all morning. I'm pulling that thing out by the roots in 3 more minutes. We're never going to get to work, you know. Hello? Yes, it seems there is going to be a wedding. Aha.
Okay, right now. Don't lose your lunch. Hold on to your books and you come home right after school, okay?
Okay.
And give me a kiss. Have a good day.
Bye, Rose.
Bye-bye.
Sorry.
I was never that anxious to get to school.
Neither was I, but he loves it. You want some coffee?
No, thanks. I'm cutting down. Is Heather in the kitchen?
No, why?
I've got a special delivery letter for her.
Oh, well, she slept in this morning a little late. You're just going to have to leave it. She had a late night last night.
Oh, I need her signature. Return receipt requested. All the way from Carson City, Nevada.
Well, then I'll have to go get it, but you're going to have to wait a little bit because I'm all alone right now.
Well, actually, you could sign it for her. I'm kind of anxious to finish my rounds today. Got a tooth that's killing me.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, are you sure it's okay?
Sure, they just need to know who received it.
Okay. There you go.
Thanks. Have a good day, Rosie.
You bet. Don't let that tooth give you too much trouble.
It's the dentist's drill I worry about.
Oh, I hear you.
So long.
Bye-bye.
Good morning, Monica.
Oh, good morning.
I missed you at breakfast, dear.
Well, my son and I were playing together. I'll grab something at the hospital. Boy, it looks like you have an awful lot of mail, and looks like mostly
Dear,
business.
So much to read. You know, I'm still trying to understand how ELQ operates.
Well, this one shouldn't be hard. It's a postcard from Paris.
From Edward? Look what happens. He never writes when he's away from home. He says, thinking of you, love, Edward. Oh, how sweet.
And so informative. Yes, I better get on to the hospital.
Well, I'd better get along and try and wade through all these letters. I have a very busy day today.
And you know something? I have a feeling that you just love it.
I do. It's been a great experience. However,
What?
well, I do think I'd enjoy it more if I could have a few of the qualified people of my own around me.
Now, what in heaven's name do you mean by qualified?
Oh, young, vital, honest. I wanted that intriguing Luke Spencer and his friend, but unfortunately, Mr. Spencer turned me down.
Well, what about his friend?
Well, I didn't talk to him. I thought there'd be no sense in pursuing it if Mr. Spencer wasn't interested.
Oh, I don't think one necessarily follows the other, Lila. I think it would be a good idea to talk to Robert Scorpio. I think he could be very valuable.
Is that right?
Yes, I understand that he knows quite a bit about diamond mines.
Does he? Well, now, I did hear that the board was having some trouble with their South African operation. Would you ask him for me, dear? I am so dreadfully busy. I just don't have time.
Don't you worry about a thing, Lila. I shall call him and talk to him myself.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you so much.
Hello. Speaking. Dr. Monica Quartermaine. I see. Well, quite frankly, Doctor, I can't imagine what I'd have to discuss with any member of your family.
Well, I think I can understand your feelings toward the Quartermaines, Mr. Scorpio.
Fine. Then, you won't be offended when I tell you that I've had my fill of them.
But I am a Quartermaine only by marriage.
That's an advantage. But if you'll forgive me, I don't think there's a thing that you can say to me that I'd be at all interested in hearing.
Why? You certainly are direct, aren't you?
Only when it's necessary. Now, Dr. Quartermaine, if there's nothing else.
But there is a great deal in that. That is, if you'll just give me the opportunity to explain.
Thought I'd made myself pretty clear.
Well, you have. You have very, but you haven't allowed me the same privilege.
Okay. Here's your big chance. What's it all about?
A job.
A job with the Quartermaines? You can't be serious.
I am. I'm very serious. I'm prepared to offer you a position with the LQ International, for which they feel you're very qualified.
I'm not very good at counting money, Doctor. Kind of goes right through the old fingers.
Well, this may be an opportunity you wouldn't want to slip through those fingers.
Intriguing. Go on.
Well, I will if you will meet me and we can talk about it as soon as possible. Today, for instance.
Well, it just so happens I may be available between engagements, so to speak.
Well, that's fine. I'm on duty at the hospital. So would it be all right with you if you met me there?
Not at all, but it'll have to be later. I do have an appointment this morning.
Well, fine. How about lunch then?
Well, that sounds good.
Okay. You can just have me paged when you get to the hospital.
Dr. Monica Quartermaine.
That's my name.
Look, excuse me. Someone's ringing my bell. I'll talk to you later. Patient individual.
All right, I'm ready.
Good morning, darling. How are you today? I brought all these pencil and paper so we can begin our talk.
Hey, listen, I've told you, I'm not telling my life story to anybody, especially you.
Oh, Robert, you're impossible.
No, I'm late. I have an appointment. Matter of fact, I have 2 appointments.
Oh, well, I'm impressed. Such a busy schedule.
Where are you going, darling?
And meet the mayor.
You're going to go into politics? Oh, Robert, that's wonderful.
Oh, hell. Back up, all right, back up. I have been offered the job of police commissioner, and I'm going for 2 of the department.
Police commissioner? Oh, that's even better than politics. Isn't that kind of an impressive job, though? I mean,
Oh, Commissioner Scorpio.
you know, I like that.
Do you?
Yes, you already
So glad.
kind of suit the job, actually.
Yeah, well, you're
Nice little ring to
a
it.
hopeless dreamer.
Oh, I know it, darling, and you love it.
Now, what about this other appointment you have?
It's a vague sort of a business offer from the Quartermaines.
Every Quartermaine called you?
No, his daughter-in-law, Monica.
Well, I can't wait to hear that one.
Well, anyway, whatever it is, I'm having lunch with her at the hospital.
What, is she sick?
No, she's a doctor, you.
Oh.
Well, must keep the doctor waiting, darling. Now, run along. I have plenty of things to do today. I have so many calls that I have to make and everything.
Hey, listen, hold down the long distance, all right?
Oh, thank you, darling. And good luck.
One more thing.
What?
No matter how much money they offer you, don't take a job as a surgeon.
I'm not cut out for it, dear.
Oh.
So much to do. Yes, he's my brother. And no, I don't know what his plans are. Look, I don't even think he knows what his plans are. Yes, there is going to... Look, if you really want to ask these questions, why don't you call my brother and ask him yourself? Thank you. Goodbye.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Drake.
Well, it's nice to see your wonderful smile.
Feels pretty good, too.
Would you smile like that for me tonight?
Tonight?
Mm-hmm. I have something very special planned.
How special?
Well, say yes and I'll tell you.
Well, yes isn't enough. I'd love it. That's not the reaction that I was expecting.
No, Dr. Bradshaw just came in. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Dr. Bradshaw. Hi.
Oh,
Welcome to General Hospital.
good to see you. It's been
Good
a
to see
long
you.
time.
Yeah, too long.
You know, I had dinner recently with your aunt and uncle, and he said he had a wonderful visit with you here in Port Charles.
That was interesting. It was interesting. Let me introduce you to a very fine nurse, personal friend of mine, Miss Bobbie Spencer, Dr. Arthur Bradshaw.
Oh, how do you do,
How
Dr.
do you
Bradshaw?
do?
Welcome to General Hospital.
Thank you. I've been looking forward to being here.
Well, we've been looking forward to having you.
Your reputation's kind of preceded you, you know.
Is that good or bad?
Oh, it's very
That's
good.
excellent.
Oh, well, I'm grateful for that. Now all I have to do is live up to it.
You will, I'm sure.
Thank you. Now, I have to report to the chief of staff. Is somebody here able to point me in Steve Hardy's direction?
I will do better than that. I will take you there myself, personally.
Oh, but excuse me, Dr. Hardy's not in yet.
Oh, well, I tell you what. Why don't we, you want to come on my rounds with me? I'll introduce you to the hospital.
Well, I'd like nothing better.
Okay. And after that, we'll go to the cafeteria. You can have your taste of what we laughingly here call coffee.
I'm in your hands.
Terrific.
Good morning and good morning. Lesley, you're just the person I wanted to see. The wedding is going on after all? Yes, it is.
Now, are you satisfied? She wouldn't believe it until she heard it from you.
What made Luke and Laura change their minds? I don't know. I don't try to figure those two out whatsoever.
I bet it was Slick Jones.
Could be. He's a very persuasive fellow.
Well, he kept saying over and over again how he wanted to be part of that wedding. I don't quite know how that man does it, but he always seems to get just what he wants.
Yes. Well, enough talk about Slick Jones and weddings. I have a new surgeon arriving this morning.
Excuse me, Dr. Hardy, Dr. Bradshaw already arrived.
Oh, no, and I wanted to greet him myself. Where is he?
He went to make rounds with Dr. Drake, and I think they were going to the cafeteria after that.
Audrey, I told you we were going to be late if you kept making those phone calls at the house.
Well, after all, Dr. Bradshaw's going to be here for some time. It isn't every day that we get news about a wedding like this.
And at this moment, I can't share your sentiments.
And I'm sure that Dr. Drake is taking very good care of the new doctor.
Let's hope so. Bobbie, I'm going to my office and check my mail, then I'll try to track those two down in the cafeteria.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Oh, fine. Would you care to join us then, in about a half hour?
I don't know. I'll look at my schedule and see. Do you have a
Audrey,
schedule
what about
for me?
you?
Well, I really would like to, but I do have a lot of things to take care of this morning, I'm afraid.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll introduce Dr. Bradshaw to the entire staff as soon as possible. I want him to feel welcome.
Oh, good. I can do it. I just have one meeting.
Good morning, Your Honor. We've been expecting you.
I'm sorry we're late. It couldn't be helped.
Where's Captain Ramsey? At the last minute, something came up. He asked me to show you around. I'm Detective John Cleary.
Oh, I'm glad to meet you. The gentleman with me should need no introduction.
Robert Scorpio. Pleased to meet you.
It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Scorpio.
We're in your hands, Detective Cleary.
Right this way. Your first visit to the department?
Well, I have had dealings with the Port Charles police in the past.
Port Charles takes real pride in the apartment, or in the department.
The booking room is a booking room. Routine, fingerprinting. We are proud of our criminal information computer system.
It's an amazing piece of machinery.
Are you familiar with it?
Well, somewhat.
Come on over here. Let's take a closer look at it.
Okay.
Now, we have a computer that's hooked up to a statewide system and a national crime information center. I'm no expert on how computers work, but I know what it does. For instance, we picked up a guy who's been burglarizing Port Charles apartments.
Parkside Prowler, it was called. You may have read about it.
Yes, I did.
With this little baby, we discovered the guy had a rap sheet in 3 states. Same MO, everything. That kind of information gives us a real tight case.
Yes, very impressive.
Let me show you the interrogation. Right this way.
And tell me, what's your computer dispatching system like?
The best. As a matter of fact, we're a model for the state.
Finding out everything you need to know?
Oh, you've got a good man here. Look, Detective, could I have a word in private to His Honor here?
Sure. You want to use Captain Ramsey's office? I'm sure you won't mind.
I do have a few things I'd like to discuss.
Now, actually, the position of police commissioner in Port Charles is essentially an honorary post, but it carries enormous prestige. It's considered a real plum.
Mine for the picking, so to speak.
I'm glad you have a sense of humor, Scorpio.
Well, I didn't really intend to be funny. It is a great honor. I'm just curious as to what my duties will be.
It's mostly a matter of public relations, liaison work, releasing statements to the press, attending government functions on behalf of the department, playing the role of stable figurehead in crisis, that sort of thing.
I had envisaged a more active role.
Well, after what you've been through, the Secret Service, life and death situations, confronting world powers, I should think you'd be more than ready to take a rest and relax. You've served your country very well and done your duty. You have a right to kind of be a bit passive from now on.
The right, perhaps, but not the desire. I can't stand still for too long.
You say that now, but you'd get used to it.
I don't think so.
No. Don't give me your final answer right now. Why, with your knowledge and experience and diplomacy...
Hey, wait a minute now. Look, Mr. Mayor, I'm no diplomat.
Don't underestimate yourself. Besides, you'd learn real fast, I did. Believe me, it would be a politically astute move.
For you or me?
For both of us.
Well, at least we both know where we're coming from. But I'll give it careful thought.
That's all I ask. Detective Clear, I think Mr. Scorpio's seen all he needs to.
If there's anything else you need to know, just talk.
Well, I can see that after my tour of the Port Charles Police Department, you have things well in control.
That's what we like to hear, sir. Thank you. I don't like to brag, but not too many people get away with breaking the law in this town.
Indeed. Well, let's hope it stays that way.
Well, good morning.
Or is it afternoon? I didn't mean to sleep so late.
You must have needed it.
I didn't mean to stay out so late last night with Joe either.
Well, as long as you had a good time, that's all that counts.
Believe me, we did.
Good. Oh, and, by the way, you got a letter this morning from the mailman, a special delivery for you.
It's from Jeff.
May we have some more coffee over here, please?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. Why don't you go back in the kitchen and read it so you can have some privacy?
Thanks, Rose. I'm afraid to open it. I'm afraid of what might be in it.
Not gonna find out until you do.
You did the coffee an injustice, Noah. It's really not bad. It's terrible.
I think I'm getting used to it, though. So what brings you to Port Charles?
Well, you know that Dorothy and I are divorced.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah, I remarried recently. Eleanor is a wonderful girl. We're very happy. But I found that my past life was encroaching on our present one.
In what way?
Well, it was very difficult for Eleanor and her daughter, Christina, to cope with my old life. I mean, there are still the old surroundings and my old friends and the accidental meetings with Dorothy, and we thought that a clean break would be best. So when the opportunity opened up here at Port Charles General Hospital, I accepted it. After all, this is one of the finest teaching hospitals in the country.
Yeah. I feel real fortunate to be here, too.
Well, you should be. I feel fortunate, too. Matter of fact, if things go well, I'm going to send for my wife and stepdaughter. And Christina's a nurse. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Fantastic. No, I didn't know.
I hope someday she'll be working here, because then it'll be
Oh,
a real
that'd be
family
good.
affair.
That'd be wonderful. No, I didn't know.
Arthur, my apologies for not being here to greet you.
I couldn't have had a better greeting than I got from Senator Drake's nephew.
You're welcome.
I'd like you to meet Dr. Lesley Weber. Lesley, Dr. Arthur Bradshaw.
How do you do? Welcome to General Hospital.
Thank you. Everyone's been so pleasant. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. I can only for a few minutes, or I'm going to fall behind. It's going to be a busy day.
Patient overload?
No. Daughter overload.
Well, I think I can recognize that phenomenon.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Did your daughter get married recently?
My stepdaughter. No, she's not married. Not yet.
Oh, okay. Then let me give you a friendly word of advice. Just wait. My daughter's about to get married, and it's turning into a three-ring circus.
Oh, is that the wedding that I heard the nurses talking about?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. But I'll tell you, I hope I can get through it without collapsing.
Oh, it's that bad.
Well, Arthur, you might say it's a bit unusual. You see, Leslie's daughter, Laura, and her intended groom, Luke, they're the couple who rescued Port Charles from that maniac's attempt to freeze the town. I'm sure you read that.
Well, yes, I did. They're very courageous young people. You should be very proud of them. If they got through that, they can certainly get through a wedding.
Oh, I'm sure they can. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about me. I am proud of them, unfortunately. For me, so is the whole town. And suddenly they belong to everybody. And everybody thinks they know what is best for them to do. And so where does that leave the lady who has to plan the whole thing, namely poor old Mom?
Well, I hope it will leave her as charming as she is, and I'm sure that the wedding will be a delight.
Thank you. I hope so. With those two, I can't really count on anything except that the unexpected is probably going to happen. Anyway, I have to get back to work. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and if there's anything that I can do to help you get settled in here, please do let me know, wedding or not.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So long, guys.
Bye-bye. Now, that is a charming lady.
Yes, an excellent doctor. You know, I'd like to introduce you to the rest of our staff, so whenever you're ready, just say the word.
I'm ready right now.
Oh, good, good.
Noah, since this is my first night in Port Charles, you'll have dinner with me tonight, won't you? I mean, you can't leave your uncle's best friend just stranded, alone, in a strange city. No, I won't take no for an answer. And dinner's on me. Are we on?
Okay, you got it. I love it.
No, I am definitely not going to see my brother tonight. I have a date. Look, if you really want the answer to that question, why don't you call my brother and ask him yourself, okay? Bye. Oh, the things some people want to know.
Like what?
Oh, skip it. I think the phone calls have finally gotten to me.
Well, you can't blame people for being a little curious. Nothing this exciting has happened for a long time.
Amy, this summer people disappeared. We nearly froze to death, and a madman tried to conquer the world. What's more exciting than that?
Well, Luke and Laura's marriage. Weddings are very big things. You know that. I mean, look what it did for Prince Charles and Lady Di.
Yeah. Know them both very well. I mean, Lady Di, for instance, is almost as nice as you are, Amy.
Thank you.
And how are you, my favorite redhead?
Hello, Robert. What are you doing here?
What is this? Is it the Inquisition? I've had my shots. I'm not contagious at all. Quite healthy and all.
Well, then what are you doing here?
I have an appointment with Dr. Monica Quartermaine.
Well, I thought that you said you weren't sick.
Amy.
Look, I didn't mean it like that.
That's all right, sweetheart. Look, if it'll make you happy, I'll go away and come back with something contagious. Look, in the meantime, I'm a little early. Could you page it for me?
Oh, sure. Forgive me, though. I thought you said you weren't going to have anything to do with the Quartermaine.
Yeah, well, so did I.
Is there something going on with you and Monica?
Amy?
Well, I just thought maybe, he would like to discuss it.
Yeah, well, if ever I do, you'll be the first person I come to.
Heather, you okay? Heather?
It's from Jeff's lawyer.
You want to talk about it?
He's filed for divorce in Nevada. He wants complete custody of our son, Stephen Lars.
You expected this, didn't you? I mean, sooner or later you knew this was going to happen.
The divorce, yes. Complete custody of our son, no. Never that.
Well, it was bound to happen.
How can you say that? Stephen Lars is my son, too, and I have no intentions of giving him up.
You can't be serious.
Why? There's no reason I can't be a good mother. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I'm going to be cleared entirely of Diana Taylor's murder. And I love my son. How can you look at me like that? Don't you think I'm capable of loving my son?
It's not that, Heather.
He means everything in the world to me.
Well, then if he does mean that much...
Nothing is more important to
me.
me.
If that's true, he means that much to you, you've got to think of him first.
What do you think I'm doing? Why do you think I want him with me?
He's better off where he is now.
How can you say that? He's my son. He needs his mother.
I know, and I know this is terribly difficult for you, but you've got to be realistic, Heather. You've got to. His whole future's at stake.
Don't you think I know that?
But yours is too, Heather. Taking care of a child is an incredibly huge responsibility.
And you don't think I'm up to it?
I didn't say that. It's just that you're starting your whole new life, Heather, and it could be too much for you to deal with. When you love somebody, you've got to give up a lot. Love isn't easy. And you can't give to anybody else until you feel it for yourself first.
I don't care what you say. I'm going to get my son back one way or another.